Column. I play NHL Slapshot as 2009-10 Nashville Predators, switching it up. Welcome back to this thing I've committed to doing. If you missed the first article, I am currently playing a season as the 2009-10 Nashville Predators via EA NHL Slapshot on my Nintendo Wii. We started the season off on a high note, winning the opener in Dallas in overtime. That was followed by a 4-1 victory at home against Colorado, a 3-1 win over Buffalo, and a 4-2 win in Edmonton to cap off the first 5 games. That's where I decided to put some stipulations in place for this next part. I'm still playing 3-minute periods, however, I am now playing on the hardest mode in the game, Superstar. In addition, I'll be simulating 5 games and playing 3 or 4. If I play all 82 games, I will go insane. Again, to restate, I'm not amazing at this game, so please don't judge me too harshly. I'm also going to record one of the games I play, and I'm guessing you will all enjoy the throttling of the Chicago Blackhawks I recorded before I changed the game difficulty. Full NHL Slapshot Nashville Predators series. Column. I play NHL Slapshot as 2009-10 Nashville Predators. Season opener. Numbers included are player EA rating. Shea Weber, D, 84. Jason Arnott, C, 84. JP Dumont, RW, 83. David Legwind, C, 82. Steve Sullivan, LW, 82. Pekka Rinnan, G, 82. Dan Ellis, G, 81. Dan Hamhouse, D, 81. Martin Erot, RW, 81. Patric Hornqvist, RW, 80. Denise Grebashoff, D, 79. Joel Ward, RW, 78. Colin Wilson, C, 78. Jordan Tutu, RW, 77. Cody Franson, D, 77. Marcel Goc, C, 77. Gerald Smithson, C, 76. Francis Bouillon, D, 76. Dustin Boyd, C, 76. Kevin Klein, D, 75. Nick Spaling, C, 74. Wade Bellick, RW, 74. Simulated games. Also, EA doesn't provide final scores in simulated games, so it's just if I won or lost. Game 5 at Dallas, L. Game 7 at Washington, L. Game 8 at Boston, W. Game 9 at Ottawa, W. Game 12 versus Chicago, L. Game 6, Nashville, 5, Chicago, 0. This is where I realized that I need to change the difficulty on the game. No scoring in the first period, but in the second period, Dan Hamhouse backhanded a shot into the net from the left point to get Nashville on the board first, 1-0. Late in the second period, Patric Hornqvist found his way to the high slot and beat goalie Cristobal Huet blocker side to put Nashville up 2-0 at the break. In the third period, the Predators found the back of the net 3 more times. JP Dumont found enough space to go on a breakaway and beat Huet glove side to open up the lead to 3-0. In the final minute, Shea Weber let a long backhanded shot go that went in to make it 4-0. Marcel Goc caught his own rebound to cap the game with a 5-0 win. It was another dominant victory, meaning that we needed to up the difficulty. Now we're on Superstar mode and these games are getting closer. In the second period, I lost control of the slot area, and doing that in this game is costly. Patrick Kane snuck in a shot through traffic to give Chicago the first goal of the game, 1-0. Things were still bleak in the third period as Cody Franson was called for cross-checking. Thankfully, the Predators were able to kill it off. Going into the final minute of the game, the Predators were still looking for a goal. With 45 seconds left, Jason Arnott backhanded a shot high into the net to get Nashville on the board and tie up the game. 20 seconds later, Ryan Suter's shot from the point trickles in to give Nashville the go-ahead goal and a thrilling 2-1 win. Pekka Rinnan bailed me out in this one. Remember, it's only 3-minute periods, so shots are lower, but Rinnan made 13 saves on 14 shots. I was embarrassingly outshot in this game. This is also where we started learning just how bad my power play unit is. In the first period, Brent Burns was called for tripping, and I didn't convert. Then Nick Schultz was called for tripping, and I didn't convert. I left the door too wide open in the third period, and Owen Nolan capitalized on an in-zone turnover and scored on Rinnan to give the Wild the lead. However, the Predators responded quickly as JP Dumont's shot went in the 5-hole to tie the game in the third. This game needed extra time, and the Predators wasted no time. Dan Hamhouse let a shot go from the point, and Patric Hornqvist was there to put the rebound home for the game-winning goal. After a simulated loss to the Stars, the Predators blanked the Dallas at home. Also, a side note, I've played Dallas 3 times in the first 13 games and Chicago 3 times too. Anyway, the Predators converted in the first period as Hornqvist caught a long pass from Denis Grebashov on the right side. Hornqvist skated down the right side before letting a shot go that beat Marty Turco for a 1-0 Nashville lead. Remember how I said the power play was bad? Well, here's the beginning of the power play mess. Mike Modano was called for a cross-checking, which was a game glitch because the replay showed him doing the motion but not hitting anyone. I didn't convert. Dan Hamhouse scored in the second period from the high right circle in the second period for a 2-0 lead. Brandon Morrow was called for tripping, and I couldn't convert. To add salt to the wound, Jason Arnott was called for tripping. Despite our poor power play, we managed to get one back on the penalty kill when Gerald Smithson went on a breakaway and scored, giving us a 3-0 lead.